Well, good day, whatever time of day it is in your world. We're so honored, and I mean that sincerely, that you would trust us enough to tune in for another season. I have a wonderful staff, and I mean that sincerely. I don't remember most of the things I ever said, but they do. And they put them together in theme boxes, and they've got a wonderful one, an appropriate one, I think, for this year. And they use a metaphor that is very commonly misunderstood in Christian circles. We have heard of the fires of Gehenna and hellfire, so it always has this negative connotation. In the book I'm trying to write on the prophets, I note overwhelmingly the metaphor of fire is never torture or punishment. It's a refiner's fire. It's the way people who had to create steel and various metals knew that metal had to be heated before it could be reshaped. So a refiner's fire is a very different notion than the notion of punishing fire. I was always sort of bothered by how could God conceivably be a punisher? That God is an abusive father? It can't be true. But that God would allow trials to in fact refine us, yes, that makes sense. And given Ukraine, Gaza, the politics of America, the state of race relations and gender relations, my goodness, do we recognize that fire is at work? And if we don't have a very real spirituality, I think we're all going to turn bitter if we haven't already. There's just so many good reasons to turn bitter. You know, when I was growing up in the 50s, honestly, religion was sort of a luxury, or spirituality. It was sort of an easy world to live in. Everybody was nice, at least in my little enclosed white world. And you didn't fear crime very much. You didn't fear war very much. But that's different. And so those of you who have children, I'm sure especially aware of the world of fright and distrust, mistrust, they must naturally grow up with. So for what was once a luxury, I think spirituality, if you're not attentive to what's happening in your mind and what's happening in your heart, we're all going to turn sour. There's just so many good reasons, bad reasons really, to turn sour. So we don't want that to happen. And we want to contribute our little bit, and that's all it is. There's so many wise people out there you can listen to, but thank you for your trust. If once in a while you open up the daily meditation, I hope it speaks not just to your mind, although that too, we have to love the Lord with our mind, but with our heart and even with our body. So we offer it. We thank you for your trust and patience in receiving it. And I thank my wonderful team here for recording it.